This is a really common question. People want to know, how long am I going to have trouble? How long am I going to have this pain from this annular tear or this disc herniation or whatever it may be? And the simple truth of the matter is it could last 20 years or it could last a couple of months. It really depends on the individual. And unfortunately, it's not the same as other limb injuries, which are a lot more simple. You know, you've got a broken wrist, you've got a broken leg, it gets put in cast, you get taken out of the equation, and it can undergo a natural healing process. And we've got generally very easy predictors on how quickly you're going to get better. The problem with the lower back is everybody wants to do different things. Everybody has a different level of competence, and we cannot take you away from your back. So the big thing that limits the progress is the individual, especially in those early days, is that the person cannot be removed from making the problem worse. This is a big thing that you guys have to understand. And unfortunately, we've seen it many times over the years, people will be doing things incorrectly for a long period of time, and maybe even years. And we've had many members and patients that are in that category, unfortunately. And they think, well, I've been doing stuff for the last 2 years. How much longer is it going to take? And the clock doesn't start when you started doing the wrong stuff. The clock starts when you start doing the right stuff, when you start becoming more conscientious, when you stop aggravating that back on a daily basis because of things that you're not even aware of in most cases. When you stop doing things like the knee hugs and the child's pose and rounding the lower back and picking up, going down to feed the cat every day with a rounded lower back, all these sorts of things. When you stop doing all that, then the clock can start. And if you can eliminate those things, to the degree you do that effectively, you're going to find that symptoms abate much, much more quickly. You can turn around these things in a matter of months. That's not that you're going to have strength built back into the spine in a matter of months, but symptoms can calm down significantly in a matter of months. And then, providing we steadily increase and follow our rehabilitation work for the long term, we can find that we get back to doing a myriad of different things that we didn't think were possible in a relatively short period of time. Now, you have to also commit, especially if you've got disc injuries, to long-term rehabilitation, because you're going to have to strengthen that disc back up so it integrates nicely, especially the more active amongst you, into the spinal column itself. Because we have to remember that if we've injured, notably L4-5, let's say, then that disc is going to be compromised. And sure, it might be able to heal up or patch up to a reduced symptom level relatively quickly, but the remodeling process and the strengthening process that needs to take place in that disc to catch it back up to everything else that's had maybe a lifetime of uninterrupted adaptation to the stresses and strains of your daily life and your sporting commitments, that's going to take an awful lot longer. So you're going to need to be a little bit more cautious over the medium to long term and commit to rehab long beyond the points at which the pain goes away. So hopefully that helps, and any other ambiguities, please post down below.